Every week, I scan the markets for the top stock setups, swing trades, and breakouts with real potential. Quick disclaimer, this is not financial advice, it's just my opinion and analysis. So before we get into the list, let's check out my market monitor. Think of it as a filter for the market internals. When it's green, I lean long. When it's red, I scale back risk. And right now it's in a green cycle, which historically gives us about 2 weeks of upside. That means that I'm leaning into the long side, and I've got 10 stocks on my radar, including plays in crypto, AI, energy, and plus one setup that could really surprise if it breaks out. Let's dive in. First up is BTBT, an Ethereum Treasury play that's been forming a multi-year base. This is one of those names that institutions either ignore or they accumulate slowly. And the chart tells me some accumulation is happening. Here's the key. After bouncing off the lows, we saw volume dry up on the pullback, and that's bullish because it shows that sellers are exhausted and now the price is starting to expand higher again. My swing trade target is about $3.25, but longer term, if Ethereum strength continues, this base could carry BTBT back towards $5, the top of its range. For me, this is a tier 2 swing trade setup, higher risk, but higher reward if the breakout sticks. Second is INOD, ticker symbol INOD. This is an AI infrastructure stock that's quietly been setting up from the low. It's already up more than 40% after the last couple days, which tell us that institutions have been buying aggressively. Right now, it's locked in a multi-month consolidation. The trigger level is about $55. If that price clears, I want to see a retest of about $53 and holds as a new support. That would confirm the strength. What I like about this setup is that it's positioned right in the intersection of AI demand and infrastructure expanding. The company basically makes large language models better for all the big mega caps. So that combination often produces multi-leg moves. So the swing target here is the low 60s with the potential to run further if AI continues to be a hot money theme. Third is APLD, Applied Digital, another data center play. But this one just had what I call a textbook shakeout. The stock dropped enough to scare out weak hands, then ripped higher, up 8% today. This is important because when a stock shakes out everybody and then rebounds strong with relative strength, it often signals that big money is loading up. So my first target here is about $18 as a swing trade. That's the obvious resistance as the new high. But the way this pattern is structured, it wouldn't surprise me if it pushed well past that level over the coming weeks. So this is a momentum breakout setup. High energy, needs tight risk management, but it's the kind of move that traders like to chase. So fourth, we have NBR, Nabors Industry. This one's much quieter, but that's exactly why it stands out. It's an oil driller that's been stuck in a range for months, and it's finally breaking out. So unlike the other high volatility tech and crypto names, this one is grinding higher without fanfare. That's often signals strong institutional trends. So the swing target here is about $45, nothing really flashy, but solid follow through if energy continues to firm up. This is what I call a steady swing setup. It balances the list, giving exposure outside of the high beta sectors. So fifth is Grab Holdings, ticker symbol GRAB. This stock has been consolidating since December, quietly building a base with higher lows. So what I like here is the transition from weakness into strength. The lower high structure is breaking and the swings are starting to expand out of the range. So the first swing target is $5.50. If momentum continues, I see potential towards $6 over the next leg. So this is a base breakout setup. And so you want to be in it as it clears resistance and not after it's already made the move. Sixth is BMNR, Bitmine Immersion. Now, this is a tricky one. It's been lagging behind other Ethereum names, which are much stronger today, but BMNR is still sitting at a key support zone, and it's beginning to show signs of life. You know, the risk is obvious. There's relative weakness today, but longer term, I'm bullish here, especially since management just landed a major investment win recently. So for me, this is a speculative accumulation setup. It's higher risk, but if Ethereum continues to push higher, BMNR should eventually follow. So seventh is GameStop, GME. I don't usually cover meme stocks, but sometimes the risk reward lines up. GME has been dead money for months, but earnings just dropped, or they're dropping after today, and the stock is now sitting right at the quarterly moving average. So here's the setup. If the earnings spark momentum, we could see a quick push to $29. And with GME, we all know the upside moves can accelerate very fast. This is a catalyst-driven swing setup, not something you marry, but something you trade if the conditions align. So eighth is Tempest AI, ticker symbol TEM. I highlighted this one on the last week's video, and it's continuing to grind higher on low volume. That might sound weak, but it's actually bullish. It's getting harder and harder to buy without chasing. So the breakout level is about $90. If that clears, I'm targeting $100. This is a low volume breakout setup. Not flashy, but it can be powerful when the supply dries up and buyers are forced to chase because the stock is hard to buy. So ninth is Rivian, ticker symbol RIVN. The EV sector has been tough, but Rivian is one of the few names that's been basing with higher lows. What stands out to me in this is the accumulation volume. Institutions are showing up interest here. So first target is $15. If it breaks cleanly, I'm looking for 16 to 17. This is a growth stocks breakout setup. Riskier because it's still a money loser, but the volume tells the story here. And lastly, AG, First Majestic Silver. So precious metals have been choppy, but silver stocks tend to move fast when they finally break out. AG has been wrestling with resistance here, and the moment it clears, I'm targeting $11. This type of setup is where you want to be positioned before the move starts, and it's a commodity breakout setup. Binary in nature, but the payoff can be really sharp. So that wraps up the 10 stock setups on my radar this week. Hey, if you found it helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and it really keeps these videos coming at you guys. And don't miss Friday's 100K portfolio update, where I'll show you exactly which one of these setups I'm putting real money behind. And hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.